Okay, so as we were saying, so if you have your whole walk sequence done, which this one is not really, this is all my layers and whatnot, um, but let's assume that your walk sequence is all done and you have your motion tween applied. All right, you would then, actually, let me just see if I have a better one. This one looks a little better, but he's not moving. All right, let's just do this. So alright, he's walking across. So this is going to look horrible, but it will work. Alright, so if I do File, Export, Video, and again, we're going to ignore the stage color, so it's going to take out that white. The alpha channel is a transparency, and we are not converting in media encoder. We're just going to be using that MOV file. Alright, so if I export this, yes. Alright, so now that's exported. Now I'm in Premiere. I started a new project. I have my other video that we made before. Alright, so then I would kind of scan through because I want to have my character walk in at the beginning. Alright, so I'm going to kind of fast forward. I'm going to zoom in on my timeline so I can really find that point of where my title ends. You can use, I'm using the mouse wheel now, the roll back, to really get frames. Alright, so here's the frame with a minute. Here's with the title. So I'm going to use my razor tool. I'm just going to trim this. I'm going to cut this segment right here. Notice also I'm making sure I'm cutting the audio. I couldn't find my character animator project that had all the different layers because I had my background music in there, which is now merged into one track. If you can find and somehow just put your music in here afterwards, that would be better. Alright, I couldn't find my file that had the layers so that I could work with the audio. So now basically I have my title and I have a space in there. Oh, I didn't get that. I thought I trimmed it at the right spot. Let's try that again. Let's try trimming or cutting here. Alright, so now if we move this and we just look, yep, alright, good. So no title. Alright, now I'm going to import my walk sequence. So if I go to my desktop and MOV file, this should be the one I just made. Alright, so we're going to put this in here, which we see him walking horribly. Now to test that it's transparent, I would bring in another layer underneath there. Now let's see, I think I do have my actual background. So I'm going to go into animation and character scene, wrong place, and yep, I have a background folder, and this was the school that I had for my other background. So now I can just drag this over here. Alright, so now we can see that that background is transparent from that video because we don't see any of that other stuff. Alright, then, so that you would just bring that in. You know, you can adjust this to fit. I can ripple delete to move the space. And then as far as my character sizing and stuff, I would just select my video, go to my effect control, and I can change the position. I don't know why his head is cut off. It's kind of strange. But I could move him and reposition him. Alright, and this is very easy to do, or a lot easier to do, without the background being in there and animate. Alright, so that's basically what I did to get my final one here, which I was kind of showing you, that had the background applied to it. Alright, so where was I here? No. In here. Alright, so we should have something like this. I added some sound effects as he was walking, since I cut out the actual music from the background. I don't know if you can hear, there's some footsteps. And then it continues on. So that's all we're looking for here, is just the merging of your walk sequence with your character scene. Alright, so it doesn't really take a lot of design for the next phase of what we're doing tomorrow, but then that will merge them together to get that to work. Alright.